This is the second part of the final HOH. Throughout the day, we have played a number of competitions and we've shared with you the names of those competitions. Now we're going to give you a list of the competitions by name, in order. Your job will be to write down the person who won each competition. Okay, we're going to give you 2 minutes. So if someone finishes before that, the other person can continue working, and at the end of the 2 minutes, we'll see who has the most correct answers.
Okay. We'll check the list of the person who finishes first.
Can I get the easy button?
Okay?
It'd be fun if
I don't mean to be mean, but
have a
whoever
plan?
whoever doesn't win or whoever wins this, you're in for a thrashing. So you might want to just leave now.
Alright? Don't worry about
I wish.
that.
I just slaughtered so bad.
Out of doggy jail? Why was he in jail? Eating grass. Oh, I think I see a winner. Chris got everyone right except
Christopher, you have won the second part of the 3-part HOH competition. You will face off shortly against Brandon for the final HOH of the season.
Hey everyone. So we're in the finals, and I'm thinking it's gonna be me and Chris. And I think the main reason why is I feel, to be honest, I think I probably would have chose Steven for the end. I feel like, and I don't mean this to be any offense, but like if you want to beat someone who's, you know, always performing well, it's him or Chris or, you know, Brooklyn or Allison. So I would have been happy with any of them in the finals because my strategy has been just to kind of play a little conservative and like make some alliances and try not to double cross them. So that's pretty much my strat. So I'm gonna try to take Chris into the finals and hopefully not get absolutely massacred by some like athleticism thing that'll probably destroy me at. So hopefully there's some type of something in there I can come up with. But either way, stiff competition and firm handshakes all around because yeah, it was a really fun day. But thanks. Peace.
Are we just doing three?
balls, and we're gonna just take the score.
Alright. You want to go first? You won the first comp. You got it.
how many do you get on try?
3.
Louis.
Louis!
Stop trying to play for your Good boy.
That's 2. Oh.
What did you do here? Go safety or go for the middle? Go for
Long-headed two. That works.
So safety one. Louis, come.
I thought that was good, man.
One.
Nice shot.
Hey.
Oh!
Gotta get a hole.
Who goes to the final 2 with you? Whoever wins it.
Oh! And Brandon wins the final HOH of the season! Brandon! I always keep it in my pocket.
Try, man. I thought that first one was like, I was like, is he thinking a 3 round right up the hop?
Look, you guys are even using Pro V1s
Yeah, good
over there. Look at that.
My practice, head of household. Sorry, Charlotte. I'm gonna evict you. I feel bad, but
You should.
What a crazy move. Do you care where you stand?
Alright, so I haven't done a diary room in a bit. It's been eventful. Charlotte won that for the 4th HOH. Got me and Brandon up. I won second straight veto to stay alive. And then got the veto, and then I took Steven out. He was the biggest threat. He would have won if he was still alive. And then Brandon won the first comp, and then I crushed the second comp for the final HOH, but choked super hard on the third. I don't know what happened there. But Brandon kept me, so that's hype. Don't really know what went into his decision, but grateful. I think I have some people who will vouch for me. I don't really know what I did to make it here. Pretty much just stayed alive. It was not looking good. Came back from the dead, and now I might end up on the first trophy ever, so did something right.
I got out, but it's okay. So I made it to the final 3, first time playing. Somehow did it. I'm gonna leave early now and, you know, may the best person win. I don't want either of them to win, but you can't always get what you want. So, see you next year. I'm coming back.
Okay, the reason that I want to vote for Chris is because he literally got evicted and fought his way back in, won some comps,
Can we see the resume of the winners?
took his own brother out in the final 4 because he knew it was the best game decision, even though it was heartless. He knew it was best for his game. And then, at the end, Brandon decided to take him when he could have taken Charlotte and probably had a better shot, in my opinion.
Well,
That was an automatic drop.
That's what I'm saying. Why Brandon picked Chris.
I did the same stupid thing last
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah, and I won.
Yeah. Chris was never, like, for me, or I don't think for anyone really, like, the main target of the week ever. Like,
That's why he's good.
that time, well, like, that time that he was sent out was just because he was with Allison and we all, and Steven and...
my fault.
Well, no.
It was because he
It was, he was
Yeah,
with
Allison
Allison
cheated.
and Caitlin and Charlotte, and there was
Yeah,
only that.
so the only reason Chris was evicted was because of someone else.
Exactly.
So, it
So
wasn't
it's not
even-
like-
so why
it's
is
not
that
like-
something against Chris?
It's not like a big thing that he got evicted and fought his way back in and all that, because it's like he was never really a
when
big
he came
threat.
back in, like you guys all had, like Steven and Charlotte were never gonna vote each other out, like you and Brandon were in, so his only choice was to like win competitions. He
Exactly.
definitely would have gotten voted out.
And did he win?
Yeah, he won like 3 power beaters in a row, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah.
That's why I need the resume.
Yeah, same.
And he had the
Brandon
secret
did
power
too,
that he
though.
kept
Yeah,
a good
Brandon won back to
secret.
battery.
We're gonna talk about Brandon's. Brandon has
won
a
that.
good amount of wins too.
Brand.
They both won.
They
a
got
lot,
good
like,
resumes,
yeah.
both.
Yeah, they have good resumes.
Me, nothing.
It is tough.
Strategic moves,
It is. I just think it all comes down to a bad decision at the end.
but real. Like,
But
It would be easy to vote
Again,
for Brandon
though,
to win.
that's her thing because you couldn't take Charlotte.
exactly,
Yeah.
Charlotte.
We could have. We could have done this quicker
Yeah.
if she had to go.
But
Like
really,
we could have had
would
it
we?
done by now. Right?
Yeah, I think he just wanted to do competition all the way to the end.
Which is
Yes.
that is
Which is what Steven did too.
Yeah. So
you
Yeah.
basically
They
did.
both played a very good game, that's for
I
sure.
agree. So I think
I
like
don't think there's a real wrong winner here. That's
I
how I
just
felt
agree.
about Brooklyn and Steven last time.
like I just think that
Really.
Yeah, it is tough.
I just feel like it's more impressive to me that Brandon got his way to final 2 than Chris got it. Like
They both kind of just won when they had to.
Yeah, it's like.
Like neither of them were a huge target, but neither of them, but they both won at the times when they were big.
I told
targets.
I told Brandon, by the way, to throw that A or like the A or B competition. When me and Stephen were on the block, I told him.
No, really?
Yeah.
It's not really.
Oh my gosh, what a shocker there.
I just want to tell you that. Though, just so you
Yeah,
know.
we all knew that.
The
Okay.
Mario
Well, I didn't
booster
know that you
one.
knew that. So.
The one where they won the veto and took themselves off, and Chris and Allison got.
Yeah. So
So it's all gonna come down to the questions
That's
we
yeah,
ask.
it's all
I guess Brandon. Okay.
And then he
I'll tell you,
won,
Brandon told me like 5 minutes ago. He actually had a strategy that he's gonna tell us when in the final.
See, that's the
reveal.
thing. Maybe his answers to the questions are gonna really bring it.
Brandon was not like, didn't lie the whole game.
That's true. Like he was
He
coming
was
for me.
straight up.
And that
Yeah.
could, that
But
could
he
be.
didn't
Which is
Yeah.
respectful,
That
right?
actually could be a strategy.
He may seem like an ass, but he's just
It
honest.
knows, which is good.
See, I respect that gameplay a lot.
I mean,
Do you?
I mean, let's be honest. My vote's pretty obvious, but like, he was gunning for you the whole time, but for good reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
fair.
that's not a bad.
I can't believe I made it that
And he
far.
didn't even screw you though over though at any point either.
Who did Chris tell that he got the?
Me. Secret power.
Yeah.
And then he told me, he was like, if you guys, like me and Charlotte had the vote there, and so did Chris because he had the power veto as well. So he said, if we vote for Brooklyn, then he would use it to save you.
It'd just make the whole thing null.
Yeah,
Or
So- and
they
that-
could vote Caitlyn out
that
and
was
he
our
wouldn't
plan
use it.
too. Like,
Which was a whole plan.
we were gonna, get you out there.
Yeah.
And then Chris made it so we couldn't. So then had to get Caitlyn out there.
Wow. Brooklyn switched brothers.
I
Yeah.
did.
It was a good
One-
move. Well,
Had to.
You
Yeah.
were
like it's,
avoiding eye contact that I knew.
I honestly
Me
thought
and
that you
Chris
guys
did a
were
whole play
secretly
to get
working
you
together
out.
again.
yeah, because like I still
But
did
then this-
whenever you asked me questions, I did just tell you the truth because none of it really affected you.
Really?
But
Which I did appreciate that. That was good.
So did Chris loyalty hop then?
Well,
he
when-
was never loyal to me. Really.
Well,
Or-
he thought he trusted Evan and Steven and
Oh
everyone.
right, yeah.
And then Brandon, Evan, and Steven are the ones that voted to evict you and Chris.
Yeah.
And it shocked us that they didn't vote to evict Charlotte and Caitlyn.
See, that's
So when
like a-
Chris came back in, he said, Brooklyn, you're the only one I can trust now. They all got me out. So it's pretty much you and me and your dad.
The way that you
and
said
I said,
that-
yes, absolutely.
The way that you said that, like, we were all shocked that to me is a blind side. Shock is blind
No,
side.
it was us hoping Steven could sway you and Brandon, and he did a good job. And we were surprised that it actually worked.
Exactly. So that's a good
Because
move.
we went
by
into
Brandon.
it, Charlotte and I were like,
But
we're
I was
screwed.
not blindsided that I was voted
Yeah,
out.
you were
Like-
blindsided.
Well, like,
No, I said I wasn't blindsided.
You were,
You were
she
half
said that.
expecting
I
it?
felt like I was gonna get
Well,
voted
I
out.
didn't think Steven was going to be able to convince Evan and Brandon to vote you
vote
guys
out?
out.
Oh,
Because
yeah, I
they
did.
were going against the girls, so like Brandon was
But-
gunning for me and Charlotte.
Yeah.
So when Charlotte and
I was
Caitlyn
never
were out
going
there,
for the girls. Allison told me in the diary
Well,
room
no,
in her
Yeah,
long
I
Brooklyn
had
chat.
to spill a lot of
Gunning for
secrets.
you.
She said
in
that-
the diary room
Yeah.
with the
Just
last-
kinda like-
last
with
ditch
me,
effort.
so
And-
She said that you guys
I
had
had
a
to.
girls'
I had to
alliance
sell
that
my
was
soul to
crumbling.
Evan as my only chance, but it didn't work.
And
No,
No.
yeah, Brandon wanted
didn't for me either.
and he,
Brandon wanted to vote them out because he felt like they were a bigger threat than
yeah,
Charlotte and Caitlyn.
Yeah, that's why I felt like
Yeah.
we were getting voted. That's why I knew.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I thought Chris said, like, when he chose to vote me out, that one of the reasons he didn't vote Brandon out is because Brandon didn't vote him out. But he did, didn't he?
Well, he did, but
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
convincing,
yeah.
right?
Didn't
See,
take
Chris-
much, dude.
Well, Chris's expectations coming into season 2 as just wanting to be the cameraman, and he just got to final 2. Like, what?
Yeah, he even said first round that he didn't care if he was the one to go.
that's
Because
interesting.
I won the power veto and took him off.
We
and he
should-
said,
He did say
He
Ask
said,
him
if
when
you
that
win it,
changed.
he said, if you win it, take me off. But if not, like, I'm fine.
I'll
He
be
said
the
he just
cameraman.
wanted-
Yeah, I'll be the cameraman.
Yeah,
So we
ask
need
him
to
when
write
he's
something
ask him when he
See,
switched
like,
into
he
competitive
doesn't
mode.
care.
I'll do that in my notes.
When did you decide you
Yeah,
really
when did
wanted
you
this and you were
switch?
willing to
I wanted to
backstab your
stay in
brother?
this
Yeah, that's
game.
my-
Did Brandon ever have a moment where he was like on the block and had to win to save himself and did that, or was he never really at risk?
When was
completely?
Brandon on the block?
With me.
He was early, yeah, for
Early,
sure.
and that was
And then when?
But someone
Charlotte
took him
He
off.
didn't win HOH.
Someone
Or
took him off.
veto, sorry. No,
Someone
no
took-
because
but he stayed on the block.
No,
because Trisha was
It was
voting
Trisha
for
Right.
versus
Brandon.
Brandon.
Who was it that put you?
So Brandon didn't touch the
Was it
block at
Drew?
all.
Drew put you and
Yes.
yeah.
No, he was on again.
Charlotte put
Yes,
him
he
up
was.
with
Charlotte put him
Drew.
up, yeah.
Yeah,
With
because
That's
he
where
saved
Drew-
himself.
He saved
Brandon saved
himself.
Yeah, that sounds
So
Well,
Drew
how
went
did Brand-
home
what
'cause we were gonna
competition did he win?
we were gonna
Oh, right, yeah.
we were gonna send
It was the
Brandon
pop and
home.
swap one,
The
and I took
one
DP gift
that you
card.
traded
We were
on.
gonna send Brandon home.
Right, he won pop and swap, and
Yeah.
he took himself off. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So that's one. That's
Drew
his
could
first.
have won that.
What?
He
Drew could
wanted
have
the
won
ice
that one,
cream
but he
so
wanted the
bad.
Squidward cup.
What's the competition win versus?
Here, I will do
Brandon's
that.
got power veto. 1, 2, 3, you're gone. That was. Oh, and then back-to-back HOHs. And then Chris had Spread Your Wings, the one to get back in. And then had Gardner's Friend, which was power veto to save himself. And then left with the Irish, which was.
The Jello.
Yeah, what was that
So
for?
can I see?
Power veto.
Can I see this list
That
for a
was for
minute?
his
May I look?
final power veto.
Right, to save himself.
Yeah. And vote.
Okay, I'm going to
Yeah.
just take this marker and mark on
Okay,
this.
so here's what we have so far.
So was Chris HOH at all?
Never.
And Brandon was twice.
Brandon was well, technically, and he won those two last competitions against Charlotte and
Oh, yeah,
Kristen.
right.
I think at the end, him and Chris have kind of been, in an alliance, so
Yeah.
he kept his word and brought Chris to the end. So that's also
True,
a loyalty
right?
thing again.
Yeah. And
I'm not
yeah, Brandon was
Chris,
definitely.
I'm just really trying to
I
pull
just
for
don't
Brandon. I
think
really
any
am.
alliance
No,
to
literally,
Chris
I don't want to
until
do
late
it just
in
because
the
I'm like,
game, and
I
it's
don't want
just
to
'cause
sound.
it was only
Like, I don't have anything mean to say.
I know.
I know, we have this camera rolling.
I'm just saying nice things about him and not mean things about Chris.
Literally.
It's been like an hour since the last competition, and these guys have just been talking for a long time. I think they're gonna hit us with some tough questions, and I hope I can come up with some decent answers. I think, Brandon's a pretty smooth talker, but I think my redemption arc, my sort of comeback, is a good story. Stayed alive when I needed to. I was seen as a threat last time, so I wasn't really trying too hard in the competition. Like, I went for some, and then once I got the secret extra life, I threw a couple, and then I won them when they counted. So yeah, I think I probably have the votes. We'll see. It's go time.
Host guests, the final two are sitting, anxiously waiting for your results. But first, you will get to ask each of them questions, which will help you determine who you are going to vote the winner of Big Brother Family Season 2.
Okay. So, the first question the jury has decided on is for both Brandon and Chris. And the question is, what did you feel your best move of the game was?
I'll go first because I think it's pretty obvious for me that if I hadn't done the move to take Steven out, he would be up here and would be an easy choice because his name in that last competition that Charlotte and I did, it was like Steven. So he was winning all the comps and also played a good game. So he was a huge threat, and taking him out before getting to the final HOH was definitely my biggest move of the game.
Biggest move of the game. My plan was to not really make alliances and try to just slip in where I could. Steve and I had good camaraderie last year, so my plan was to kind of keep doing that. My biggest play, as much as I hate to say, was probably getting rid of Brooklyn. And she's literally probably the best competitioneer. It sucks to say that, that's the truth. They really were. And then Steven, obviously. But my ultimate goal was to have one of the four of you guys. Because when I looked down through the list, I was like, holy shit, holy crap. There's a lot of people here that have lots of wins. But I wanted to make sure it was you, or you, because you guys were bringing it. So my whole thing was if I can get one of those four to the finals and legitimately win, great. Because I didn't want it to be I was ganging up on someone or whatever, but I think, as much as I hate to say it, I think it was like, when I hit him, sorry, Brooklyn, I know you're mad. It's fun.
No, I respect it.
But no, it was just like you brought it last year, like really hard. And this year I just had to, yeah. But yeah, anyway, that's
Thank you.
Okay, this question is also for both of you because this also kind of applies to you. So, when did you decide you really wanted to win this? You came into this just for a fun day, and so walk us through the moment that your motivation changed.
I don't really have any motivation to win, to be honest. I've already like had my fun, so like I don't really care if I win.
Okay.
That's not a good answer.
Well, I mean, like,
Okay.
I didn't really have any like. I wasn't trying to like. I was just trying to see like if I can get rid of competition, but like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really have a plan, and not that big of a deal. I already had my fun, so.
For me, it really came down to getting evicted, and once I had already felt the sting of the loss, but more importantly, seeing my beloved lady be very upset, I had to make it this far and win for her. So it really was all about staying alive and redeeming myself for her honor.
Third question for both of you. Is there any move you regret or would change and do differently?
I don't think so. No, I think I like was pretty honest with everybody, and like I wasn't trying to backstab anybody. And when you came and asked me like, "Is there anything I can do?" and I said no to your face, I was being brutally honest.
Respect.
And it wasn't. It's not. It's literally because you killed us last year. But that, no, I don't think so. I think it played pretty admirably. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any regrets, I don't think.
It's gonna be hard because we both played pretty like conservative for the most part, right? We weren't being like ultra scummy, I don't think. So I'm sure it was probably hard to make up your minds.
Yeah, and like there wasn't really any like I could have won the competition in there. I realized after like, oh, maybe I should have just went for another tie, and then I probably like would went up against Charlotte again. But I went for the win, and it ended up working out because I was able to get the veto and then take Steven out, which wouldn't have been like, I don't know who I would have put up if I had won that HOH. So even the things that don't go your way, sometimes they work out.
Okay. This is also one you can both answer or whatever. So Brandon had 3 HOHs. Chris was never an HOH. How do you think that impacted your game overall?
Well, for me, I think I just got really lucky, to be honest with you. Especially the one where like the cups, I was like, there was 9 questions, I think, right? I think I knew the answer to maybe 1. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm serious. Like that was 100% just complete and total guess. But I also think I would have been gone a hell of a lot longer. Like, I don't think I'd be here if I didn't like win a few. So I think that's probably the biggest part, is that I probably would have gone like way longer, or like halfway through maybe. But there was a couple close calls. But yeah, I feel like if I didn't win any of those, I wouldn't be here. So.
And my 0 HOHs really helped me. But like last time, I got evicted second, and Brooklyn said it was because I was a big competition threat. So I was kind of keeping it just steady. I was trying to win, but not really getting down about it when things didn't go my way. And I needed to come up clutch for a couple vetoes, but there were a couple key HOHs, like that one in particular, in the middle, where I had the secret power. So I didn't want to win anyways, because I wanted to see what would happen if somebody else won, since I knew I wouldn't go out anyways. But yeah, I think it was good, since I was seen as a competition threat, and then I saved my wins for when they counted at the end.
So this question is for Brandon. You've talked a bit about it already, but can you walk us through why you chose Chris for the final two?
Yeah, actually, to be honest with you, I thought we were going to do competition. And I wanted to leave here knowing that I took you or you, who were like the wittiest people. And I wanted to beat one of you legit.
What about me?
So the reason why I chose him was simply because I wanted to leave here feeling like I earned it.
Yeah.
So if it was going to be one of you guys on the list, I wanted one of you guys to be there, and I didn't want to feel like I was getting rid of Chris to single. Not saying that Charlotte wasn't good. It's just I know you guys are like really competitive dudes, but like I legit wanted it to be like a fair ending, I guess. If that makes sense.
I did that last year and it cost me.
Don't forget.
No, I legit thought we were going. I thought we were going to do something else. I thought that's how it was decided. So I didn't even know. So here we are.
Oh yeah, because you guys left earlier last year, didn't you?
Yeah, like, we left on 5 and it was. I
Okay,
felt so bad.
this one is just for Chris now. So, walk us through how your strategy changed when you re-entered the game.
So before I got evicted, I had my bud, who was my main ally, and other than that, I trusted Steven, and I was hoping that I could trust Evan too, and Brooklyn, and then that eviction was very revealing. And I felt very sad and alone when I came back into the house. But that made it really easy to trust Brooklyn because she was the only one who hadn't evicted me. And then when it came time to make the big decision to use to threaten to use the invincibility power on her, I think that would have been my second biggest move probably, and just getting Caitlin out to get into the final 5, I think. So when I came back, I trusted Brooklyn and still felt like a big time underdog coming back, knowing that everybody already showed they wanted me out. And then I had to keep clawing my way to vetoes to stay alive.
When did you come back anyway? What it was like?
Rated, yeah.
What was the competition like? Remember? Was that?
The twirly
Okay. I was like, okay.
Okay, so this is the final question to both of you. Why do you deserve to win this over the person you're sitting beside?
Do you want to go first, or you want me to go first? I don't know. I think we both, like I said, I think we both played pretty like loyal to our people, and I don't think we did any backstabbing. So it's like I said.
Our decision.
I don't feel like Chris.
$1 million.
I don't.
So we
Yeah.
stand that.
Yeah, but still, like it's still. I don't want to like swerve, like votes. Really, I would rather just win. You know, with like admirably or whatever. But I don't know. I think I played good, but I also think of some of the competitions like that one I got lucky on. So that was just like super luck. Yeah, I don't know. Just I guess I played better than I thought I would today. But aside from that, that's pretty much all I have. Like some stiff competition. So I was kind of dialed in halfway through. I thought I was going to be eliminated very early. I was expecting to be like a spectator for most of the day. So the fact that I'm even here is big surprising. So yeah.
Yeah, and my answer would be I think both Brandon and I felt that way, that we weren't really going to go a long way. I didn't even know until this morning that I was playing for sure, because I kind of just came in to add a number. And then in the first nomination, Trisha was like, do you want to just get out and just to be the photographer? And the day could have went a lot differently, but I thought I'd give it a shot. And then the huge twist in the middle got me eliminated, but even though I was down, I made it through that competition, and then the rest of my time was just trying to redeem for me and my partner when we went down and claw back. So I think just because of the huge come from behind underdog victory versus Brandon, I think, was able to keep that not really caring if he won mentality that he mentioned in his first answer, is why I deserve to win.
Hey.
The final decisions have been made. One at a time, the host guests will come up and put their key in the vote box. Don't forget, you are voting for the person you want to win Big Brother 2. We'll start with you, Evan.
I voted for the person that I think made the best, just the best game moves without like really putting much thought into it. This is Austin's vote. I don't know what he's voting for or like what reason, but here it is.
I'm voting for the love of my life.
I probably know you.
I am also voting for the love of my life, but
Wow, what are
I
you guys doing
also
behind our
really
backs?
think that he worked really
You hear
hard
this?
today, so I am giving him my vote for that reason too.
This was such a tough decision. I was split pretty down the middle until they answered the questions, which helped me decide.
I just think he deserves to win. He has had a wicked day today, and yeah, that's good.
Here's Charlotte's vote,
Watch out for the
and
skeeters.
I'm voting for the person that I think came up huge when they needed to.
You have to say Trisha voted
Trisha
for.
voted for Brandon. Do we really?
Yeah.
2 votes for Brandon.
No, Drew.
Oh, thanks, Drew.
Allison's vote for Chris. 2 votes Brandon, 1 vote Chris.
Everything I told you earlier.
Caitlin voted for Brandon. 3 votes Brandon,
Caitlin?
1
Thank you.
vote Chris.
I feel like Caitlin got the worst end of it today.
Charlotte voted for Chris.
Oh, she was mad at you.
3 for Brandon, 2 for
You're
Chris.
allowed back in their house
Back in,
now.
yeah.
Steven votes for Chris. 4 votes Brandon, 3 votes Chris.
That hurts so much, Stephen. I can't even explain
Brooklyn
it. Oh, God.
voted for Chris.
It was tough.
4
I'm
votes
sure.
Brandon,
No,
4
seriously.
votes Chris.
Oh my gosh, wait, who's left?
The last vote?
Evan
Evan
Austin.
and
Austin
Austin.
voted for Chris. 4 votes, 5 votes Chris, 4 votes
GG.
Brandon,
Be a tie?
and the
How
last
did that
vote
happen?
by Evan is for Brandon.
Wait, that's 5-5.
I thought we had an odd number.
Double winners. Let's
I
just
thought
make
we
it double
had
winners.
9 people. 10 people. What?
I think it's 5 and 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Are there names on all of
5.
them, or is there a rogue?
Yeah, so we have
Oh, that's-
4 votes Brandon, 5 votes Christopher.
Congratulations, Christopher!
That was really fun.
That was
That's
awesome.
great.
That was a freaking like royal day.
That was tough, dude.
Push play.
Oh,
Congratulations, Christopher! It's been rolling the whole time.
I mean, congratulations.
Christopher, you get to keep the trophy for the whole year and get your name engraved on it.
Show my name.
You gotta go get
Oh, wow. Let's see what it is. Get one of us.
Because right now it says Brooklyn on it.
My awesome alliance.
Get back.
Anyways, thank you, Julies, for setting this whole thing up in 1 week.
Thanks, guys. That was fun.
This was an amazing season of Big Brother. Can't wait to see everybody next year.